The messaging from the coalition members seems to be that they will conduct an open presidential primaries when the time comes. That will obviously be in 2026. It also means that they will not zone the presidential ticket to any particular zone in the country. Anyone that feels is popular should just contest, and if he wins, other contestants are obligated to support him in the presidential election. Now, as nice as this seems, it's not actually what the people want. Yes, the people might be in the minority. After all, no one has actually counted to know the percentage of the people who are demanding zoning or not. Now, P2B has sent a direct message to the coalition members asking them to zone the presidential ticket to the south in the interest of equity, unity, and national cohesion. Before we see the statement, remember, this is not the first time P2B is making a direct proposal to the coalition members. The other time, it was the fact that he would spend just one term in office, that 4 years is enough for him to make fundamental changes in Nigeria. Many people doubted this when P2B said this, but going by what the former governor of Lagos State, Lateef Jakonde, did in Lagos in just one term, you know that this is very, very possible. A serious leader can show the direction, he can stamp his foot on the ground and do the job, and he will get serious results. Another example is what is happening in Abia State. Under the current governor, Alex Otti, you can see all the works he's been doing in Abia State. In fact, many parts of Abia State, especially Aba, the commercial capital of Abia State, have become unrecognizable compared to how these places looked like a few years ago. So it's quite possible that a leader, when he decides to do something, not procrastination, saying we'll do this, we'll do that, but at the end of the day, we'll continue foot dragging or maybe blaming others instead of taking responsibility. All these are achievable under a very short time. Take for instance the insecurity that is ravaging Nigeria today. The military are well equipped, unlike the non-state actors and terrorists running around Nigeria. They can decide to end it in 1 week and it will end. It's a matter of giving a chase. Yes, they can control the skies, the ground, everywhere and give a chase until all of them disappear. Yes, but they don't want to give a chase. They don't want the insecurity to end because maybe if it ends, all the security votes will also end. Now, let's hear what P2B said. P2B spoke in Ilorin at the second annual colloquium of Associate Professor Abdulmumin Yinka Aja. He was represented by the National Coordinator of Obedience Movement, Dr. Tanko Yunusa. He said, "Why should we have a northerner again when we can easily allow the South to complete their tenure to promote unity and cohesiveness? Afterwards, our northern brothers can take up their 8 years. We are urging this coalition to cede the presidential ticket to the South and let us finish this matter. I urge the coalition to seize this opportunity and avoid repeating the kind of political error that led to the late Moshood Abiola debacle." Obi has already stated that he will contest in 2027, whether we get the coalition ticket or not. So we are not even contemplating whether or not he will run. But when we get to that level, the platform will be revealed. Considering the fact that Yunusa Tanko is an insider, also doubles as the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, so he knows what he's saying, and he must be saying this with the permission of P2B himself. So you can as well take it as Obi already has another party that he will use their platform in 2027. So it's not as if he's depending completely on the ADC and the coalition. No, it's just to fulfill obligations like we analyzed the other time, so as not to give people talking points when the time comes. They will now turn around and start blaming P2B for not joining the coalition, for making them lose the election in 2027. Also for aiding Tinubu to win. Yes, they will use these talking points when the time comes, but right now they are expected to do the right thing, to zone the ticket to the South. They are all playing ostrich, saying, it's an open presidential primaries, let anyone that feels is popular contest, and all other contestants must support the person where he wins. You see, even without Atiku Abubakar hijacking the presidential primaries of the ADC, even without him spending dollars to buy delegates or even influence direct voters to vote for him, you cannot match them in this circumstance. Yes, anyone from the south cannot match them, no matter how popular the person is. This is simply because most of them in the north, they vote based on religion and ethnicity. Yes, even people who are campaigning for the north or Atiku Abubakar can attest to this. They keep saying the north will not vote for Peter Obi. That's the problem there. When you are saying they won't vote for a southerner, is it a southerner that will vote for a northerner? Yes, we are not yet serious if people keep making this kind of argument. If you truly believe you want to save Nigerians from APC, why not use the opposition as someone who understands? You understand there must be zoning. You understand that there should be equity, fairness, and justice as the foundation for any political party. If you understand all these, why not use the opposition to introduce the southern candidate to your people? Yes. Campaign for that person, despite the fact that the person is a southerner. Campaign for him in the north so that people can vote for him. Yes. Stop telling Nigerians that a northerner will not vote a southerner. Are we not in one country? Why will a northerner not vote for a southerner? Is it out of hatred, or is it out of the fact that he doesn't know the person, he can't identify with him? Or you cannot market the person to your people? You cannot tell the people, this is what this man is doing. This man is a nice person. This is what he has done in the past. The same way other presidential candidates from the north were marketed and promoted in the south. And southerners voted for them wholeheartedly. Now it's the turn of the south. You people keep saying a northerner will not vote a southerner. It doesn't make any sense. So since you now understand their voting pattern, in any delegate election, especially primaries at the party level, they will gang up against you because they have more delegates. Constitutionally, they have more states. So that means more delegates, more people to vote for their candidate, assuming they are promoting a candidate. Yes, that's why they even brag about it. Most northern candidates, they will tell you without the north voting for this person, the person will not win, this, that. It's because constitutionally they have more states. In the northwest you have 7 states, in the northeast 6 states, middle belt 6 states, that's 19 states. So imagine what a southern candidate is going to face when he's contesting against a northern candidate. He's coming with 17 states against 19 states. So it's never a fair contest. This was why the founding fathers of many parties, especially the PDP in 1999, introduced zoning of political offices so that southerners will stand a chance in any presidential primaries. Without zoning, northerners will dominate. They will tell you go to the field, go to primaries, contest. They already know that constitutionally they have more delegates because they have more states. It's as simple as that. This is why many people talk about restructuring. The military intentionally favored the north when they were creating states, even local government areas. How can it be justifiable that one state in the north has more local government areas than 2 states in the south combined? It doesn't make any sense. Even if you go by population, it can never be justifiable. So if you talk about creating a country that works for everyone, it must be rooted in equity, justice, and fairness. You cannot be happy to have more states than others despite not contributing in terms of revenue. But you have more states, you have more delegates in primary elections, you also have more members in the National Assembly, which means to even amend the constitution will be very difficult because you might vote against it. Your people might say, this amendment, we don't like it, we are not going to vote for it, and that will be the end of it. That means this country will be held to hostage, sort of, yes? We cannot advance, we cannot be progressive unless we carry along people who may feel their interest is not covered. So these are the issues. Whenever they tell you contest and open primaries, this is where they are going. They know that they don't even need to bribe people. They don't even need to buy people with dollars. They will win it just by sheer numbers, just by more delegates, because they don't vote based on competence. What matters to most of them is that their man is there. Whether he performs in office or not, that's not their business. They just want their own person to be in power. This is why Nigeria still remains underdeveloped. The priority should be to vote a competent person who will work for everyone, who will make sure Nigeria works for everyone. But when people consider this is my brother, this is my ethnic man, this is that, then the country will be turning around in circles. So there's still enough time for the coalition members to do the right thing before 2026. People don't need to mount pressure on them for them to do something that is simply common sense. Yes, there is hope that they will do the right thing. The likes of El-Rufai, who is reasonable, he also has an axe to grind with Tinubu and APC, so he wouldn't be in such a coalition and allow them to do the wrong thing that will lead to failure. Yes, he wants to prove to APC that the North will vote against them. So are they going to back a Northerner? It will never fly in the South. If people even come out to vote in the South, a greater percentage of them will vote Tinubu, yes, despite the fact that they don't love him. That's the reality. All they need to justify voting him is just the fact that, why do these Northerners want to take our turn? That feeling of injustice, I won't allow this. Whether the person is competent or not, I'm not going to vote a Northerner. It is the turn of the South. So there is enough time, like already said, for them to do the right thing. If they don't do, Peter Obi has already hinted that there is another party that he can use their platform in 2027. That means this is not Labour Party we are talking about here. Yes, even before Peter Obi came from PDP to Labour Party, no one knew that it was Labour Party he was going to join. Before he joined, many were already speculating that he wouldn't get the ticket in the PDP. But many people didn't know that he was going to be Labour Party. Right now, he's hinting about another party. Which party is that going to be? That's his joker. Because he keeps saying that he must be on the ballot. Now they have made it clear that it might not necessarily be ADC. So which party is that? Is the coalition going to risk losing someone like Peter Obi because they want to zone the ticket to the North? Not really zoning, but they want to corner it. Even if it is an open primary, they are going to corner it. Are they going to risk that? Is Atiku Abubakar worth risking losing the election? Nigerians will be hoping these questions can be answered soon enough. Thanks for watching.